All right. Welcome, Shield Maiden, Valkyrie bitches. We have something new and exciting here for you. I'm kind of noticing the requests, and they've all had the same type of structure to them. So I think we need to find the truth about their feelings. Either this could go a couple different directions. This could be the truth about their feelings towards you. Are they telling the truth? Or are they telling themselves the truth, man? Are they being true to themselves? Are they even realizing what they're doing? And sometimes, hey, I've done it too. I don't realize some of the stuff I'm doing, or it could offend someone when it doesn't offend me. You never know. So, let's get a little down and dirty. We can rock from pile number 1, 2, 3, or 4. And what we have, because I'm hoping for love and I'm hoping for some better answers here, I'm trying to invoke love. So, I'm using all rose quartz, just different styles. We have this one here, the pink rose quartz sphere. Pink rose quartz. This is a wand. Probably 6-pointed. Yes, ma'am. A rare little quartz cluster. I love that piece. And a nice hunk of chunka. A big raw chunk. I wish this would. There it is. A nice big raw chunk of rose quartz that I haven't put through my tumbler yet. Okay, so you can ponder on it, meditate on it, stop the video for a sec, grab your pendulum, and douse on it, whatever you dig on. Again, pile number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Timestamps are below. And pick your pile, and I'll see you there in just a moment. Alright. This is pile number 1. Good for you. So I'm thinking here, I don't want to get to the nitty gritty if they're lying. I just want to know the truth about their feelings on a situation or towards you. Let's just find out if they're telling the truth. And again, like I said, I'm sure it could be with themselves. They may not even know what's going on. So let's indulge, shall we? And I know, seeing the Tower card, the Chaos card to start off with right here. This is them. To start off with them, but there's many different, depending on the cards next to them is how things are going to lay out for us too here. Even though the Tower card is about change and disruption, temporary chaos, like it or not, the change is inevitable. It could go either way. This is one of those things where the lightning comes down and strikes, and it can split the tower into no difference between one person falling one way, one person falling another way. This could go either way for what the question you had in mind or the person you had in mind. Sometimes this is with the unexpected events, this change appears on the outside that it's absolutely chaotic, but usually this type of disruption is quite liberating actually, and can free us from any restrictions. And I'm going to tell you, this could be kind of cool. It's going to open you up on fresh viewpoints. I think a lot of this reading here with this pile has to do with change or fresh viewpoints, communication, making choices, expressing feelings. Someone needs to open up here. Someone needs to mature up, have a different point of view. Whatever happens, it just seems like it's fated. It's going to happen either way. I want you to know you're not responsible. What's going to happen, that's going to happen, but change is inevitable. Positive or negative, it's going to happen. If it's negative, hey, there's only one other direction to go, and that's positive after it's happened. So now that you know what's happening, it's probably won't be such as a shock here. Now, dealing with this cat here, the King of Wands, you might be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, super fiery, creative, passionate person. They like to set examples. They're quite confident, but yet they're having problems with looking at different viewpoints. It's like they're a little stubborn and set in their ways. They got a little bit of drama and action in whatever they do, if you know what I'm laying down. This is basically, I guess when going with this one, this would be saying that it's about learning from the mistakes and taking check of your limitations. There's a little arrogance and vanity here I'm feeling with this overconfident confidence. With the Ace of Cups with the new beginnings next to this one, it's interesting. So this is about sometimes new romance, new beginnings, expressing your feelings. There's like more expressing, there's more communication here. This also talks about being in touch with your emotions, establishing new bonds, and it also could mean this person wants a deeper connection. But I think I see a lot more falling in lust than falling in love. Someone has fallen head over heels in love. Like there is the love here. It is upside down. We have the King of Wands. We have the creative and passion, energy of the fire. I feel love life could be lacking a little bit here because we have the Knight of Cups upside down and because we have the Ace of Cups near the Tower. I think it's time to get in touch with your own feelings if you want for them to be in touch with their feelings towards you. They seem to be quite stubborn, not sure if that's you, not sure if that's them. But someone really needs to be in touch with their feelings. It's hard expressing them if they want anything to go in the direction. Someone's chasing their tail, yet over top of that, we have the Lion of the Courage. Come on, we need some bravery coming in because we have a double babies of the chasing your tail again over top. So it's back and forth here for you. Knight of Cups here. Knight of Cups is about, again, some sensitivity. Someone's feeling like they need to be rescued. This is a Knight in Shiny Armor card. This is about yourself, the victim who needs to be rescued. Not sure if that's you, not sure if that's their feeling, what's happening about not telling themselves the truth. Well, it's well-meaning, or sometimes it's welcoming. It's just an illusion, basically. Someone is not being honest about their feelings. So you need to think about your role in a relationship. Do you want to be rescued? Or does the object of your desire want to be rescued? It's going to be one or the other of you. So genuine self-questioning is always necessary with the Knight of Cards, any of the Knights. But definitely with the Cups talks about love. This is water energy. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Piscean energy. Coming in smooth, coming like flow. I also need you to think about the Knight's energy is also signifies what's missing in your life. Are you in need of emotional rescue? Is your life dull, static? Is your partner slumped on the sofa every night? I think it's time to open up. It's time to bring a little playfulness in. I think it's time to be a little more sensitive and express your emotions. You don't come in hot. Don't come in yelling. I think it's time to indulge in more life and loving experience with you two. You gotta ask yourself if your intentions are idealized or are they romanticized. Sometimes this could be about also misleading. I think misleading yourself. Wheel of Fortune here, let's find out. Wheel of Fortune is usually a destiny card, but now that this one's in reverse, this is about considerable outside, basically expect the unexpected. Shit. That's happening again, and that's in our outcome. Like it or not, this is happening. There's going to be changes. It's inevitable. There's going to be a lot of outside interference here. These two cards coming together. This is the start, him, direction towards it, the situation, outcome here, and this is the future. It's inevitable, some shit's going down. So now that you know it's going to go down, it's not going to be such a shock, and you can not listen to anything that was said here, and there's multiple possibilities of opportunities and outlets and ways to go and directions and dimensions, my friend. This doesn't need to happen. So you can change this by communicating and talking. You definitely got to get right down and start expressing. It's up to you to make choices, is what this card is saying, that will lead to improving your sense of well-being or lifestyle. This is about the cycles again when you draw the card. Universal, collective energies, destiny. But it mainly is taking responsibility for your actions rather than blaming the actions on fate or blaming the actions on somebody else. Sometimes we feel that our life is fated, or like, oh, I'm going to go buy a car. If it's not there tomorrow, it's not meant to be. No bullshit, make it happen. You want that car, put a deposit on it, come pick it up the next day. Like, oh, if it was meant to be, it was meant to be. No, that's lazy. That's so lazy. Because then it also feels like the world's against you, and that happens a lot more. But when you put it out to the universe, or whatever happens, then you're constantly going to do that little cosmic dance, man. Part of the show, I want you to be your own choreographer. I want you to make your stars and change things away. That's exactly what it's saying. I want you to make up your own dance moves. I want you to do some little Elaine from Seinfeld, do some weird shit, rock out your own destiny. If this is going to happen inevitable, this is what you need to find, this is what you need to deal with. Sagittarius energy feeling here, not want to dealing. Definitely Sagittarius energy I'm feeling here, but not want to deal with the situation, but you have to. Take on the directness now of the Scorpio that's right next to you. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy right here. They want to help you out. Both the King of Wands and Knight of Cups are the overall in the situation here. You got a couple people standing right beside you here that are supporting. There's also one is up, one is down. So there's two different directions you can go and two different choices that need to be made. Again, it's all about changing a viewpoint and a new fresh outlook on it. Let's hear what your Moonology cards have to say. It's talking about bringing love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Oh, that's awesome. Time to take action. New moon in Aries. There's that Aries energy right there. All right. Aquarius energy is that air, that intellect, you know, the reason. Aries is like fire and creativity and passion. Yeah. Same as Sagittarius too, and Leos. Yeah, man. Expect a powerful change. The new moon eclipse. Powerful change is coming. I'm not going to be able to get out of it. Powerful change. Sound effects are coming at you with lightning striking down two choices, splitting things in half. Hey, it's 2020 coming up just around the corner. Got a new decade. A whole new decade. The beginning of 2020. This is so cool to say. We live in 2020. Man. I don't know, it's just cool to say I was born in 1974, so it's neat to see 2020 for me. New and kick-ass, absolutely new and kick-ass stuff is going to happen with One Direction. I think the other direction is going to feel like, I just want to give you a hug. I feel like completion. I don't know, so I'm holding my hands right here. I feel weird I wasn't doing anything with my hands. I think because I just wanted to hug you and hold you and give you a real big hug and just say the other direction you take is about completion. And it's about, it's going to be a deep breath, and it's going to be an end, and it's going to feel good. I think it will feel very good, and there's a lot of, you're going to feel like 30, 40 pounds lifted off your chest. kind of feel good. You just, oh, I guess that's saying get it off your chest. Haha. So how much does he weigh? 180 pounds? All right, so you got 180 pounds off your chest. Don't take it lying down, my friend. Expect a powerful change. New moon. There's an eclipse happening. It's time to take some action. Let's use that Aryan energy with the fire, the wand energy, and bring in new love into the situation. Being smart about it. Using your smarts, using your intellect. And the love is about you, and love is about them, and love is about respect. Unconditional respect for each other and each other's feelings, no matter which direction it goes. I think this is bringing in the creative conversation and bringing in the love of the cups, created of the wands. I think you're going to do very well when you guys communicate with each other. Remember my first 4 things I expressed at the beginning of this reading, and it was about viewpoints, new like changes in changing different viewpoints, fresh viewpoints, communication, making choices, and expressing feelings. Viewpoints, communication, making choices, expressing feelings. So they're the first ones that I had down for you. And now we're going to bring a little love into it. Bring love into yourself and bring love into respect. Well, thank you so very much. It was an honor to read for you. I'm looking for also some new pick a card suggestions. So throw me down in a comment below if you have some cool ideas. The ideas that you guys are coming up with is so awesome. So throw me down in a comment below. Suggest a really cool pick a card for me. I always read all the comments, and I will reply back to you. Well, thank you so very much. Have a kick-ass day. Alright, this is pile number 2. The wand, rose quartz. This one's for you. Alright, let's just indulge right in and have a little flipsy. We're going to find out truth about their feelings here. You might hear my Boston Terrier snore in the background. Had to restart this a couple times because she was snoring, so hopefully she's done for a little while. Okay, whoo-wee. You're not getting much support, are ya? Some weak boundaries are up and commitment issues I see, no team effort. Yikes. We're just going to go right into this one because these readings are going to be fast and furious here. Page of Pentacles. Even though this talks about new things coming in, messages coming in, I don't know. This person's got like a very practical approach. They have unrealistic goals right now. They need to be a little bit more realistic and knowing their limitations, not sure if that's you or them. I'm feeling this is a little bit more them. There's a lack of cooperation and teamwork going on here. We got the 2 3s are upside down here. 3 and 3, and they're upside down. This is showing proving oneself, but a need to get together with others, working hard on their own, needing to prove themselves, and not really working together with you is what I'm seeing. Definitely knowing about your limitations. Yeah, this is, I get the feeling of just, let's get on with it. Like what the hell are you waiting for? It's like, get the wheels turning, push the cart, let's go. Let's get on with the job kind of feel about it. This person usually sets their vision into reality, but seeing the other cards around them is just like things are not moving. They got a lot of choices and they have commitment issues right now. They're not committing to one choice or another. They're not even committing to any choices. So with the factor of commitment issues coming in with this card, I think they're just, I don't know if they're overwhelmed or they're being unrealistic about they made so many choices to make themselves look good, and now they can't commit to either one of them or all of them because it's just too much to do at once. This is definitely about way too many choices. I'm kind of shocked to see the Three of Pentacles upside down. That's a sad little day. That's one of my favorite cards, but this is about no support. And that would make sense going with this. This is about no team, no support coming in. On the surface, it seems like great success, coming with planning and teamwork. But when it's upside down, it is for me, sorry, I'm reading my way. When it's upside down, you're not getting the support that you need. And there's a proving yourself card again here again. Being obsessed a lot, being too dependent on other people's opinions is what's coming up. When this one's coming in here. That's really interesting. Maybe I might just jump ahead here to the cups. Sorry, I'm just trying to get a little organized here, and it's just confusing because usually these, but together they mean something totally different. So this is high expectations coming in here. I'm sorry, but this is illusions about love, and there's lots of options open up to you or them. And like, I'm surprised the moon card's not in here because I see secrets and delusions happening here. This is living under some kind of illusion about what they can achieve or what they think that is really going to happen. Either their lifestyle or love is what this is saying. Careful for falling into any traps. On a positive note, it would be time for these people to face these options. And that's where that card comes in right there, is facing those options, working with the creativity, working with the team. This is about community. This is about planning. And again, this comes with great planning and great teamwork here, but it's being reversed. This person really just wants to be alone. Are they telling you the truth? No, they're not. They're struggling here. A lot of struggles. A lot of barriers coming up here. A lot of defiance. It seems like they have to be on the top, like they need to be taller than you at all times. They always need to be on the high hill or have the advantage. They don't want to budge at all. I think you need the confidence to say no, not just a compromise for the sake of not having an argument, but you just need to say, okay, no. And possibly time apart is on the horizon for you guys. I think there's a lot of deception going on here. I'm sorry. You know, you've had some fears about what's going on here too. Even this card here, the teamwork upside down, refusing to bring in new friends, not wanting to make any new friendship. I have to talk a little louder because my dog is snoring really loud again. But refusing to bring in new friends, refusing to bring any outside friends in, lack of teamwork, lack of support, lack of community, you name it. This card is what's rocking in here. It's time to resist those fears and just say no. And done. Having this card upside down, again, this is in my view, having the card upside down is showing that you're really, really done. You don't deserve to be treated like this anymore, and you have the courage to stick to your convictions, man. Make sure you lay out what your convictions are in your mind clearly. Throw them out to the universe and then throw them out to them, man. Make sure you're absolutely sure how you want to rock this. My dog is snoring, oh my god. Violet! Violet, can you stop snoring? Thanks, buddy. Oh, big sigh. We're all in need of friends, and we draw this card. You know, it indicates through networking and social contact. We're going to find some more happiness and security. It's nice having those like-minded friends, but not wanting, look at this, not wanting to make a choice. Upside down with the cups, not wanting to make a choice. Throwing the cups upside down, not wanting to receive that love. As creative as you've tried to been in the past with trying to make things work, it's just a constant battle. They're constantly in need of the high ground and constantly in need of being right. There's no harmony here when this card's upside down. There's lack of abundance when this is upside down. This also could mean there could be too much time partying or indulging. I think they've given themselves enough time to sort out their priorities. You know what I'm saying? I think they've had enough time to indulge and sort their shit out, to get their poop in a group. We need results here. And with the 2 3s upside down, you're not receiving your results. And you also have 2 7s as well. I just saw that. That's about dreams, illusions, pixie dust and fairy dust on what the relationship was really thought about, and it's not. It's time to unveil. Illusions, my friend. I'm surprised I don't see a moon card. Now I'm going to grab out my Moonology cards. That doesn't really count, but I need you to step out of your comfort zone. The North Node likes to tell us. Step out of your comfort zone. You're going to communicate a little differently, and you communicate creatively once again. This card is about creativity. This guy is sculpting. Can you not be any more artistic as you're releasing what's inside the stone? Is how you're going to be able to rock something a little different to this person. But I would like you to know the full moon in Gemini says the answers are coming. The blue moon, which I don't get this card very often, very rarely, just like the moon, it's kind of funny. It says believe in the impossible. I think we can turn this card the other way around, and we're going to celebrate now that we've seen this. The same thing I told to pile number 1 is now that you've seen this, you can change your stars, you can change your direction. If you don't want this to happen, you need to communicate on a level that's going to be really, really good for each other. And communicate on a level that is mature and understanding and calm. And you got to figure out with this young pup what direction you want to go. Do you want to stay with the partying? Is that your lifestyle you want to be with right now? General reading. This may not be for everyone, that part. Just got a little extra in there. But you put a lot of time into your harvest. You put a lot of time into your crop, so to speak. It's blooming, it's blossoming, your apples are growing, like the abundance here. I'm looking at mountains in the past. And why did I say mountains in the past for you? Interesting, I've never said that before. Mountains in the background is what I meant to say. Interesting, I said past. What's going on in your past? A lot of mountains, a lot of goals. That means you're not achieving your goals that you had from your past, is what that means. Pictures I just got in my head. You need to reset your goals, break them down to realistic goals. If you think about goals, if you have a 3-year plan, you're going to break it down into 3. So 3 years, break it down to 3 parts. Each part will have 1 year. Each year will have 4 parts. By quarterly, by 3 months. And each month, break it down by month, and each month will have 3 to 4 parts. Each part will have a week. You can have weekly goals, or you can have daily goals. Even making one phone call like a business plan is a goal. Get back to realistic goals and expectations, not only in your life, but also with this person you're dealing with. Set out goals, man. If you want a relationship with this dude, try something different. I've never thought of this before, and I'm going to throw it out there. Write it down like a business plan. What do you need? Is this person going to give it to you? Awesome. What can you do to help, grow that, like what you have here? If it's not what you need, all right, moving on, moving up. But if it's what you want and it's what you need, then it's time to take all these things you want together, the home, the heart, the ring, the 2.5 dogs, you know, and the white picket fence around your castle of love. It's there. And you just need to write down what you need and work on that yourself too. So sometimes we need to make the effort as well. Stepping out of our comfort zone and creating our goals in a different fashion than you've done before. And just try it. I mean, my friend of mine, his girlfriend said that she failed her driver's license test 7 times, so she decided, and that's because she studied at the last minute. I'm like, all right, try something different, maybe study the whole time until your next test and study every day and try something different. But no, she waited to the last 3 days and studied before and crammed and failed again. Good stuff. Idiocy. Doing the same thing over and over again and expect different results. And no, she still hasn't got her driver's license. And yes, my friend is still dating her. Oh my god. Anyway. Actually, yes, she hasn't got her learner's license, let alone driver's license, my friends. Oh, bless her little heart. I'm feeling that here too, that essence. Because my friend's girlfriend is like, for some things, she's smart as a whip. Street smart, man. Hold a conversation with anybody. But when it comes to book smart, nope. And sometimes we just don't have that type of person in our lives. No matter how much effort you put in, they need to put the effort in as well, or vice versa. They could be putting the effort in, giving you many choices, and having to commit to choose is going to be, you could be laying out so many choices for them, like, hey, we can go down here, 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 here. And, you know, if they're a man, just give them two choices, 2 movies. Don't give them 7 movies to choose from that night. Say, hey, you want this or this one? I don't know, you choose. All right. Can't complain then. But I think some new direction needs to be happening here. Believing in the impossible, stepping out of your comfort zone, and answers you need are coming in full moon in Gemini. Gemini. Adventurous, my friends. The 3rd house, so you could also be dealing with, Cancer by the 3rd here as well. Yeah, that would be cup energy too. The 3s would be Cancer energy. You got a couple Cancers in here as well. 1, 2, and Libras. We're dealing with the 7s or Libras as well. Air energy, intellect, interesting. Alright, my friends. That's all I'm getting from this right now, but they need to step up. They need to commit. One of you or other need to make realistic goals and know your limitations. And it's time to get together with some friends again. Time to get together with some other like-minded people. If you don't have that in your life right now, I've been set in my ways this past year. I've been doing a lot of extra studying and online studying. So I kind of lost touch with going out for a while, and I just head into farmers markets again is what I've been doing and loving it. That's such a day in itself to go around and enjoy and check out the tables and find some good goods. You're going to run into like-minded friends. You're going to go to the same place all the time. You're going to start smiling and seeing people you recognize and start having some coffee. Well, I hope this answers the things that you need to know, but the answers are coming, my friend. Interesting question you had in your mind, but I hope this answers the truth about their feelings. Thank you so very much for watching. It was an honor to read for you. And I'm also looking for some new suggestions for my pick a cards. So if you guys have any like really cool ideas, please shoot me down a suggestion in the comments below. Throw me a little likes up. And subscribe for some, every about 3 days I'm putting out a new video. So a couple times a week I'll have new videos out. Alright. Thanks again for watching. Alright. This is pile number 3. We got the rose quartz cluster going on here for you. And let's find out some answers about the truth about their feelings. Maybe it's feelings about you. Maybe it's feelings about themselves. Maybe it's something they're not admitting. We're looking to do a little indulge and have a little flipsy and find out here. Got the strength in reverse, the Hierophant in reverse, judgment in reverse, 3 wands in reverse. Okay. And we have the 9 of cups in reverse. Some dishonesty going on. Not being truth to oneself going on, definitely. And definitely. The wish card in reverse, so this is about wishful thinking. Strength in reverse, this is about self-sabotage. I see fearing change, I see stalling. Yikes. I don't click off and go to a new video now that you have your answer. I need to indulge because some of these cards in reverse can be a positive or negative. Let's start off with the strength here. Now this one is not cool in reverse. This one here is definitely about self-sabotage, fear of change, dare I say. Let's have a little look-see. This represents the person here that you're dealing with in question, and there seems to be a struggle between the two, between the girl and the lion, or is she petting him and he's purring? You know, it's about facing reality and taking control of your life. And it's about learning to take responsibility for your actions and being tolerant of other people's faults. If you're feeling frustrated and out of control of this situation, are you also feeling vulnerable yourself is what I need to also ask you. Vulnerability, struggling, frustrations is what I'm getting off of here. Let's read into a little bit more before I come back here. Yeah, let's go into the Hierophant. This one's also reversed. Another one here. You know, if he was next to the Justice card, I'd say marriage, but that's not really happening. We're conforming here. We're holding back is what's happening here. Could be dealing with Leo energy here coming in. Taurus energy. I think we got three majors coming in here. This is them, this is direction, this is the overall situation, and you got all majors. There's messages that you need to hear, my friend. This is spiritually saying to you, you need to look up and wake up. Someone is stalling, someone's quitting, really. This is problems with authority, problems with maybe their spouse or their significant others. There seems to be a lot of animosity. This should be about beginnings, not endings. The 10 is also for completion, end of cycles, beginning of new cycles. And there's 10, 10 here too, and 20 in judgment. Cycle. End of an ending. That sounds like choices needs to be made. But fear of change is pretty predominant in this situation, I'm feeling. Very, very, very. Fear of change. I think someone needs to go seek some guidance is what this card needs. Sometimes if a guru or a pastor, a padre, an elder, I'm just going to, because where I'm from, we're just going to say elder. Going to speak to an elder or your pastor can really, really help out quite a bit, I think, in this situation. This card, usually when this comes up here, this is kind of like the Pope card, right? This is about being stuck in your ways and unwilling to adapt. We want to keep those traditions alive and keep our old-fashioned ways alive, but also we need to open up the ways and just give a little bit of chance to the other person in your life as well, as well, based on he or she, you or they. Bringing in the Judgment card here, you know, this is more so about the kind of like the overall situation here. You do have the angel coming in here. They're trying to communicate. This is actually Gabriel, the angel of messages, coming in. Sometimes this is feeling guilty in some way for something, or possibly feeling guilty being judged by others or have judged other people. It's time to think about whether, like, you're in the right or you're in the wrong. This is about changing possibilities, making choices, and waking up to new possibilities. This is about facing facts. Facing up to the facts rather than avoiding them. There goes back to the fear of the change impression that I first got off the cards here too. Lots of fear of change. What are they not telling you? What are you not telling yourself? Let's go into the 8 here. The 8 of Wands. Again, we have this one here is fiery energy. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarian energy here. Nice passion, nice creativity, but again in reverse. So this is about delays, frustrations again, problems ahead. Like, and this is in some of your outcome that's coming up. You have problems. Well, this is the truth about what's going on. Apologies to you, but this is what the cards say. This is about many wands, basically moving through the air. You're not really grounded. It's not really finalized. It's fast and furious. It's ongoing. But what's happening? Just movement. No action. It's about being flighty. About finding out what your next course of action is. Using that Leo, Aries, Sagittarian energy and using it as an action. Especially Aries, they're an action person. They're like, make a decision, go. Sometimes just full tank of gas. You got closed for 3 days. All right, let's go. Not everyone's cup of tea, but it's time to come down to earth and ground those ideas. So bring the Sagittarius to help ground the Aries down. And use that Leo, love, kindness to hold things down and figure things out together. I think if you want to work things out together, it's going to be a lot about communication, because someone is screaming communication. Someone is trying to get things through to you or to them. Someone is not digging on what they're laying down. Someone's being very stubborn. There's all these cards here, by the way. I've never seen them all reversed when I do this type of spread. So no, they're not telling the truth if you just need a flat out answer. No. These are all negative. Every single one of them. If there's a yes and no, positive and negative, there's your answer. There's self-sabotage coming in here. There's our wishful thinking coming in here with this card. People don't know that the wish card also shows that he's also sitting behind a wall. A wall is for protection and security. At the same time, it's blocking people out. As well as being protective and secure, it's actually blocking those around us so they don't have to see you and hear you. Sitting smug with all his wine, having some beers by the fire, by themselves. That sucks. This is about smugness, self-indulgence. This is sometimes being so full of yourself, or them, so full of themselves. Let me say it that way. Whoops. They're full of themselves that they just really can't see anybody else's view, and that's what's coming in here. I'm feeling is stubbornness. And some of this self-indulgence, either we're being pompous or drinking too much, is stopping their wishes from coming true, and yours. Let's indulge here into our Moonology cards. Fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. There's that Aries energy. It's saying Aries for, that's it, get the action going, and Sagittarius to keep you grounded, and the Leo energy to keep that love and that big-heartedness coming in here. Your commitment is being tested, my friend. You got the first quarter in the moon, and nothing yet is set in stone with the mutable moon. Wow. I almost swore I'm trying to keep this not 18 plus. Wow. Nothing yet is set in stone under these fluttery experiences here. Your commitment's being tested right underneath the Judgment card. Wow, and a fiery climax approaches underneath the old values, religions, the Hierophant. What's that? It's moving forward here. Fear and change. Quitting. Self-sabotage, I keep seeing here. Just want you to know nothing here is absolutely set in stone. Same advice that I gave for 1 and 2, that anything you see here that the Spirit has told us here today, you can change it. Because nothing yet is set in stone. So now that you've seen what's going on here, now you can talk with them and figure it out. Kind of getting the same feelings from the other readings here too. But I think no matter what, you're gonna be dealing with it, and it may be explosive. First quarter moon's gonna be telling you that about commitments being tested. Wowzers. Well, rest up, my friend, because either way you're gonna have to deal with this. You're gonna have to give your relationship a chance and work on your partnership together. Time to express your love if you want to make this work. I think if it's not happening and you're taking the opportunity of looking at one of these pick a cards that I've done, and you've chosen this one either for entertainment or for a reason, either way you've chosen truth about their feelings, it tells me you're willing to make an effort just by your curiosity about what the direction this could go, whether it's an entertainment thing or not. It tells me you're curious about this, so let's do a little commitment and rock this around the other way. And what could you do to change this? Maybe making that touch a little bit of effort, expressing your love a little bit more, some little romantic gestures, giving the relationship a chance again. It's really giving that partnership a chance and working on it together. Maybe you in this new year making a different type of approach, coming out of your own shoes, putting on some new ones, putting on some different styles, throwing on some different heels or flats, my friend, because they're hiding behind the walls, or you are, and it's time to come out. So either draw them out, or it's time for you to come out. Enjoying the fruit of your labors, of all the wine you got laid out here. Well, I hope this helps you out here. It was an honor to read for you. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'm also looking for more suggestions for pick a cards. I love the suggestions I get from you, so throw me down a comment below here with a really cool suggestion, and I'll add it to my content calendar. And again, thank you so very much for watching. Alright. This is group number 4, the Hunka Chunka. The Rose Quartz. This one's for you. Alright, let's have a little flipsy. Let's find out a little truth about their feelings. Could be about them, could be about you, could be about their internal stuff they're dealing with. Let us find out. Flipsy, flipsy, flipsy. Well, before I indulge into each card in their proper order, just what I get off the energies off this here first, I see a power struggle right away. Splitting a power. Definitely a power struggle with you guys going on. There's a lot of blocked thinking, heavy burden right here, uphill struggles, arguments coming in here. I don't like seeing this one, my love. The star card upside down is about being ignored, possible depression as well. Oh, I don't know who that is. I'm hoping it's not you, my love. Alright, let's indulge here. We got the star reverse. This is them. Let's just say it's them. Let's just make it. I hope it's not you. Okay. Definitely about the star card is about feeling ignored, and that's not a good time. That's only one major arcana we have here. This is about not trusting in the relationship as well. This is about not feeling successful anymore. The star card should be providing you with like your own shining light, your own, like all these stars, 3, 6, 7, 8 stars are shining down on you. But they're all in reverse right now, and it's about believing and trusting in yourself and creating your own opportunities. And this power struggle with this person I'm feeling here that you're dealing with, and this has created quite a burden on you. Boy, has it ever. Sometimes this card could mean that our expectations are so high that not even yourself or them can live up to them. Either they're putting high expectations on you, or you have accidentally put them on them, or they've accidentally put them on you. This card here, 1111, this is about four of wands here. This is about doors are being closed. Doors are being closed. Wow. There's no celebration here anymore. Things are definitely struggles here. This is not feeling freedom anymore. This is about dumping emotional baggage. This is being held up high in people's expectations. That's the direction of where things are going right now. That's hard. There's no harmony in this relationship right now. You should be feeling very, very happy with the achievements, and it's not. There's no rejoicing. There's no celebrating. It might be overdoing sometimes the celebrating. Because in that way you can kind of dilute the important problem, what's really happening. Because of the fear of moving on, making changes can be really hard to do. I think that's what the first thing I got was about fear of change when I got my first impression on the cards. Sometimes we get set in our own ways and we don't want to make changes ourselves. And that's not always a positive or negative thing. It's just getting set in your own ways, and just like an old dog and you teach him new tricks. I think humans today we want to learn any new tricks. Oh, coming into this one here. The overall of the situation. This is feelings that you got the whole world in your hands, you know. 2 of Wands is like waiting for results. A choice needs to be made. Sometimes this could be about travel plans, not sure. This is about having the courage to prove your point. And I think, boy, you guys are in the power struggle, are constantly having to prove each other. Constantly having to make your mark on the world. You know, the 2s represents like a doubling of the spirit when we see the 2 in cards, a Gemini of sorts, right? Now, when we see the 2, it's a doubling of strength, or it could be a splitting of power. And with the power struggle that I'm seeing here, it's definitely about splitting of the power. The 2 of Wands basically really emphasizes about the need to assert ourselves and define our own level of, dare we say, a personal power. You've been given a chance to wield your power, is what I want to say. But you're compromising a lot or choosing to back down, and possibly could be due to all these arguments, right? And I see arguments coming up here. Sometimes it's just easier to compromise and not by saying anything. But you definitely need to be true to yourself and true to your intentions here in this situation. I really feeling that someone here is trying to exert power over you. Really dominate you. And this sense of impotence is starting to blind you to your true needs and intentions. I think this person is not a very nice person. I don't like him. I would not want to give them a hug. They're very, very dominant, controlling. And I think it's created something in you that is not normally an argumentative person. It's created a lot of arguments within you. It's definitely created a lot of struggles, a lot of inner turmoil, a lot of mocha frappa, Starbucks bullshit. I really see a disharmony in this relationship. And I don't like focusing on this because I was really hoping for a lot of love. That's why it shows all the rose quartz. But I'm coming back and feeling the depression and feeling ignored. And when there's power struggles, if they're not listening to your side of your dreams and your goals and things that you want, and that's being ignored, and that can really, really, really be hard on a situation, really be hard on a relationship. There needs to be some kind of reconciliation here. One of you need to make the effort if you want to make this work. But this burden here and this power struggle, it's not something I personally want to deal with, and I have dealt with that. And that person, this was 20 odd years ago, and I swore I would never let anybody do that to me again. He'd make me angry at a drop of a hat. Whew! My Irish Ukrainian temper would come out. Holy lordy goddess, that was hard. And he could get me wound up, and I am not an angry person. So 20 years later, I'm still not an angry person. I've made sure I stuck true to that promise to myself and never let that person, anybody, get me to that state ever again. Oh, it's just daily struggles because every day you don't know what's going to happen with them. It's like you're expecting what's going to happen now, what's going to happen next with them. Gemini energy right there. Blech. But you do have 3 of wands, or wands and wands coming in here. So this is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. This is fire energy. But do have the 2 with the Gemini here. 10th house. Yeah. I still rocket into the Virgo. 4th house. Yeah. So this card here, due to our outcome here, not quite our future, this is about tangible results. This is a power, get to what you need. Again, power word. Power struggle. Splitting of power. Come on. Power to get what you need. This also, as an outcome, represents starting afresh, turning over a new leaf. This is materialistic energy, so if you are going to go out on your own, I didn't really want to say this, but now I'm going to have to say this because I started saying this sentence, but this is, if you can go out on your own, you're not going to be worried about finances. And this card encourages you that to take advantage of is what is working for you right now. It's not time to chase the rainbows and unicorn farts and bullshit. It's time to make a plan, stick to it, and go out. I'm sorry. How my spread goes, I always explain it, but when I saw this at first, I'm like, I just need to read the rest of the cards before I say anything because I don't want to upset anybody. I'm not a tarot reader that ignores what I see and puts fluff and rainbow farts on things. But this card, this is them, this is direction. This is situation, this is outcome, this is future. I designed this spread myself. It's a freestyle spread. It works for me for very many questions I have. I use this spread as like my go-to for many things. It even works out with finding out future, even in only in a month's time to weeks time to days time, it works. With that said, this card upside down, because remember I'm reading it from my view, this represents arguments, moving out, leaving, and leaving home. Now that I've seen this one, now I'm going to tell you that because I wanted you to be assured that financially you're going to be okay. You're going to have all the resources you're going to need, and you're going to have all the success at whatever you choose to do with this person. Whether you realize now it's a power struggle or stubborn, whatever they need, they always got to be right, they always got to be on top. Power, power, power. Splitting of power. Power of struggle. The power to. What I want to tell you is I see mountains. I see little mountains, and what they mean on cards is your goals. Not only got a path to these mountains, you've got a hedge that is leading you to a beautiful path and beyond. Pathway leading you to the water's edge, and it's right there. You're going to have abundance. Look at the water coming out. This burden that you're dealing with is going to be behind you. But it's all about the split. Deal with what they're dealing with. There might be something else behind them. If there is reconciliation, then you're going to have to ease your temper that they've created within you as well. And trust me, I've been there. I've had someone create a temper in me. Whoa! 0 to Irish, my friend. 0 to Irish I would go. Oh, now my mother said I needed to take an argumentative course so I could learn how to argue again, because it takes so much to get me pissed off. I get riled up, not gonna lie. But 0 to Irish, that man would get me. Oh. Whew. Not gonna lie, even thinking about it now can get me going. The Aries in me get going. Sometime this could be this is about, because I'm just looking at what's around this. This is a great outcome. This is about investing in yourself in the future. Like all aces, this is about new beginnings. But because it's the earth energy here, the pentacles, this is a down to earth and centered energy. This is reliable. I think it's okay for you to act now. This is about acting out, and it's going to be okay. It's going to be good results for whatever direction you choose, whether you plan to reconcile and make this work. Truth about their shit is out on the table. They're not telling you the whole truth. And they're using control over you to keep you subdued and to keep you under their thumb. And there's something about your spider senses are tingling, or else you wouldn't be thinking about this and you wouldn't have looked up to find a pick a card to get some answers on this. Right or wrong, this person's a heavy burden, and if you decide to stay, you're going to be overloaded. It's going to be a constantly going uphill for you. You're constantly going to be overexerting yourself if you're going to be with this person. And one thing that they're always going to do, it sounds like a narcissist here, they're always going to make you feel like you are to blame for everything. I want you to feel accountable. I want you to feel accountable for your actions. They can call you someone can call you a bad name and call you a bitch or something. When I call you my Valkyrie bitches, that's different. That's taking control. That's womanhood. That's like, shield maiden Valkyrie bitches. But a man can't call us a Valkyrie bitch. So someone calls you a bitch, and you can choose how you feel. You can choose that to hurt your feelings. It can make you feel sad. Someone call you a bitch, and you're like, that's right. Yeah, I am. You can be a bitch. You're like, oh, come on. That was rude. You choose how you react. So it's time for you to be accountable for your actions and your feelings as well. To be honest, that exact line that I just told you came from a counselor of mine when I was going through marriage counseling over 20 years ago. Because I said the same thing. Yeah, but he made me feel like this. And that counselor said, no, you chose to feel like that. And I said, oh, and I was so upset because he wasn't on my side. But I wasn't accountable for my own feelings and actions. I was blaming him for everything. Whether he was a lot to blame of everything or not, it's not the case. I needed to now move onward and upward and start taking care of myself too, and not just being stuck going around and around in circles, being stuck in the same place. This is about lightening the load here. This is time to drop off some tasks, delegate, cut back, take time out. Take some time for pleasure and play, my friends. Sometimes we hang on to people in a relationship and work very, very hard to make a relationship work. But sometimes I'm going to tell you that's out of fear and rejection. I've been there. Sometimes we try to please too much as a way of keeping control of the relationship and keeping things calm and happy. But do you really need to be in this relationship? You need to look at the viewpoint from your friend's point of view. They're not celebrating for you anymore. There's clear paths here that you could take. There's the village right here. This is the village. When you see villages in cards, and you have one village here, 2 villages here, 3 villages here, that means you have a lot of people, a lot of support around you. There's a lot of people around your life that you can get anything that you need. You need more friends that are around. You need more coffee buddies. Hang out at coffee shops. Start showing up the same time every day. Once a week, you're going to notice the same people there too. You're going to say hi. You're going to, hey man, can I join you? It's only going to take a little bit. It's fun that way. I do that. Maybe other people don't, but I do. But there's a whole bunch. If you don't have the community around you, there's different ways to do that. Start going, like I said in one reading, orchid shows, car shows, man. Go to like-minded place. You're going to start noticing the same people showing up to them. People love talking about the same thing as you do when you show up to the same kind of events. If not, you're both willing there to be there to learn new things. I think it's time to make new friendships here is what I'm rambling on about. Time to expand the awareness, man. Time to open up your viewpoint on things, and time to create some new things for you to do. And go down that path. It's right there for you. The white flowers here symbolize purity and new beginnings. White flowers, purity and new beginnings here. That's awesome to see. I like seeing that. What this is what a main message here, it says stop feeling guilty and responsible. Okay, I want you to start feeling more valuable. And that the deepest part of our burdens force us to look at our fears a lot. And force us to look at what's within ourselves a lot. Sometimes what we fear the most is what we need to do the most. I did a reading on desires and fears. I thought it was going to turn out one way, and I wound up turning what the fears were, or what some of the deepest desires were. I thought that was pretty interesting. I learned something that day in that reading. Let's have a little look-see here on what our Moonology cards have to tell us. A time for healing. Balsamic moon. And you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. And don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Yeah. And I think when I might have struck a little chord there when I said sometimes we try to make a relationship work due to our pride and our control issues. And oh, I'm a healer, or I'm a helper. I like fixing things. I don't mind a man that's fixing things because I got a lot of love. I can help share him. But basically, women want to fix things, and then we wonder why they're so fucking. Oh, so trying to keep it 18 on under. Why we keep it so broke? They stay broken. We can't fix it, and then we wonder why. What's wrong in the relationship? I think doors are closed here, my friend. Time to drop the burdens. Time to choose a new way of life. The paths are clearly out here. It says here you and your loved ones are safe, and I believe this is talking about your heart and your love. I think you've been thinking about this for a bit now, and I'd like you to turn this card this way and open up the doors and make a time for healing. Celebrations are in the air, especially when you're going to start unburdening this load. It's time to delegate some more tasks at work. See what, if you can unburden some things at home right now, find other parts in your life that you can unburden. So if there's some things that you can delegate at work, things you can delegate with your friends, maybe you can ask for some help for doing some cleaning around the house. Like, Valkyrie bitches will help out Valkyrie bitches, man. When I had a surgery one time, I had a friend of mine just show up. She was quiet. She didn't talk too much. And she did my dishes. I couldn't do them for a couple days. She just tidied up. She took out my garbage for me. She swept up. And I thought, though, I know she was there for all of like 15 minutes. And silent the whole time. We made some coffee. We had a quick little chat. And she was on her way. And it was just the coolest, nicest little thing ever. I don't know what was going on about that, but sometimes we can have those friends that are going to be there for us, you know, and with the community of, again, the villages. The villages, the villages. You have such an awesome community spirit around you. You have a great family. It's a lot of abundance here. I want you to know whatever choice you make, you're going to be okay. Releasing these burdens has to happen because for your own mental health and for your own physical health, when we are burdened mentally, it's going to start our problems are going to start manifesting in physical parts around our bodies, lower back pains, in our tummies, solar plexus area. You're going to start feeling pains there, okay? If this is doing with an Aries, then you're going to deal with head pains as well. You're going to have a lot of headaches here. If you feel a lot of headaches, that's Aries energy coming in. First sign ruled by the head. It's time for healing, time to move on. Tends to talk about endings and beginnings, new destinations. Beginning of cycles, end of cycles, completion. I think the path that you're now going to choose to go on is going to be a good one. I think after seeing these cards, I think you're going to have some things to think about here. And I want you to extend your love to some new friendships. I think you need to be stimulated by other people. I think you've been at home indoors too much and inside your own mind for a while. I'm going to give you a lot of much love, and I'm sending a lot of extra love and light right now to you. Well, it's been an honor to read for you. And I want to thank you for watching. I've been so enjoying doing these pick-a cards. If you got a suggestion, if you can throw me down in a comment below a really cool suggestion. I read all the suggestions and all the comments, and I'll add your suggestion to my content calendar, man. I'd really appreciate that. Anyway, have a kick-ass time, a kick-ass day, and thanks for watching, man. Bye.